There are moments in F1 history where the numbers on the stopwatch represent not just a time, but the beginning of an era. Lewis Hamilton's 1.16348 at the end of the Barcelona tests is exactly such a moment. It's not just a lap time, it's the first concrete proof of the ferocious engineering monument Maranello has built to quench its 20-year drought and secure Hamilton's 8th crown. But is this speed just a winter mirage, or can Ferrari truly make Hamilton a world champion again? In this video, we will dive into the SF-26, compare leaked telemetry data with Mercedes and Red Bull, and see what kind of beast Vasseur has created. Before we dive into our detailed engineering analysis, I would be very happy if you could support me by subscribing. Your support encourages me to create new videos and helps us become a huge F1 family. Now we begin to expose the King's first victory march with Ferrari in full technical detail. In the final session of Barcelona, Hamilton's 1.16348 surpassed the paddock's primary benchmark, George Russell's 1.16445 in the Mercedes by exactly 0.097 seconds. This gap might seem small on paper, but within the massive unknown of the 2026 regulations, it constitutes a quantum leap. Telemetry suggests Hamilton achieved this time on C3 compounds using the 0.67-6 engine's most aggressive qualifying map. The most striking detail reflected in the telemetry was the 350 kilowatt MGU-K unit delivering energy until the final meter of the long Barcelona straight, without any derating. This indicates that Ferrari has not only caught up to Mercedes in battery management software and thermal efficiency, but also possesses a more stable curve in terms of energy harvesting. Hamilton's post-lap comment, "The car is much more fun, responsive, and invites you to push the limits," is proof of how perfectly the SF-26 adapted to his famous smooth yet aggressive driving style. By answering Mercedes' raw engine dominance with aero balance and software intelligence, Ferrari placed the psychological advantage entirely in Hamilton's hands. The 768 kilograms minimum weight limit, the nightmare of the 2026 regulations, has turned into a massive strategic advantage for Ferrari. According to technical reports leaked from Maranello, thanks to thin-wall casting technology, Ferrari managed to be the team closest to this weight limit in the paddock. While other teams give up visual aesthetics by abandoning paint just to shed grams, Ferrari increased structural durability and reduced engine size volumetrically thanks to specialized steel alloys. This is an invaluable advantage for Hamilton because a lighter car ensures more linear and instantaneous responses to driver inputs. Positioning the center of gravity lower and more centrally than its rivals is the primary source of the SF-26's famous sharpness at corner entries. While rivals Mercedes and Red Bull are still sacrificing aero parts and cooling loops just to shed weight, thus stealing from their own performance, Ferrari already has the luxury of adding extra aero vanes to its Melbourne package that will gain raw speed. Ferrari's 0.67-6 power unit, designed on a blank sheet for 2026, delivered a true masterclass in reliability and efficiency in Barcelona. Hamilton and Leclerc ending the week with over 400 combined laps shows the engine has fully overcome thermal management issues in the new hybrid systems. Ferrari's torque-filling software has virtually eliminated the lag caused by the removal of the MGU-H. Specifically, the new gen algorithm for energy harvesting charges the battery 15% faster than rivals. This places Hamilton in a much more strategic position. He can refresh his battery in seconds while defending and use attack mode much longer than his competitors on exits. Hamilton's deep hybrid management experience from the Mercedes years, combined with Ferrari's revolutionary engine philosophy, creates the paddock's most frightening pilot-engine combination. The 350 kilo electrical power becomes a strategic control panel in Hamilton's hands to manage the race millimetrically. Lewis Hamilton admitted to the paddock after the tests that he enjoys the more lively, oversteery, and aggressive character of the 2026 cars far more than the previous era. Ferrari's advanced Aero-Sync algorithm flawlessly synchronizes active wing transitions with the precise and predictable responses Hamilton desires. Thanks to electromechanical actuators, the wings change position in milliseconds, preserving maximum downforce, especially during braking and mid-corner. This allowed Hamilton to choose the paddock's most consistent and aggressive lines in Barcelona's technical third sector. Hamilton says he feels he can dance with this car and feel its limits at his fingertips every lap. After the harsh, stability-focused driving character of the ground effect era, the SF-26 gives Hamilton back the pure mechanical grip and aero balance he missed. This creates the perfect environment for the veteran driver to use his famous tire and energy management wisdom, because Hamilton no longer feels the car as just a machine, but as an extension of his own body. Fred Vasseur's stoic and calm post-test attitude is the strongest sign that Ferrari has arrived not just fast, but operationally ready this time. Vasseur successfully merged Loïc Serra's chassis vision and Enrico Gualtieri's engine department under a single DNA for the first time in history without undermining each other. The 99.5% correlation between wind tunnel and track performance in Barcelona proves that the old chaos has been replaced by professional engineering discipline. The rivalry between Hamilton and Leclerc turning into positive synergy is the team's greatest social and technical capital. After a 10-year Mercedes adventure, Hamilton adapted to this new structure at Ferrari with fresh energy at 41. This new Ferrari, led by Vasseur, is closer than ever to providing the logistical, strategic, and psychological support Hamilton needs for an 8th title. The era of searching for culprits after mistakes in Maranello is over. A new golden age has begun where data is processed in seconds and Hamilton's experience is respected. Let's be objective. The 1.16348 in Barcelona is a massive achievement. However, the Mercedes W17 and Red Bull RB22 are still lurking as the paddock's most dangerous and darkest rivals. Mercedes' 500 laps and unshakable reliability throughout the week still loom over Ferrari like a large shadow. For Hamilton to become champion, Ferrari will need to operate this fast but delicate engineering package without a single operational error across the season's 24 races. The 2026 development race will be the harshest in history, and Ferrari's traditional mid-season development slump remains the biggest risk factor for Hamilton. Furthermore, Max Verstappen's 1.182 on day 5 shows that Red Bull hasn't even unleashed 50% of its engine maps and possesses a much more aggressive potential in battery harvesting than its rivals. For Hamilton, the path to the title will not be as smooth or uncontested as the 2014 Mercedes path. This time, he will have to fight for every millisecond against the paddock's smartest engineers and most ambitious young drivers. If Ferrari repeats past mistakes at the strategy table, Hamilton's 8th crown could be buried in the hot sands of Bahrain. The Barcelona test showed us that the partnership between Hamilton and the SF-26 isn't just a PR stunt. It's the paddock's most serious technical championship project. The 1.161348 lap is proof that Hamilton hasn't rusted and that Ferrari is finally the team that solved the complex 2026 regulations most efficiently. The 20-year title drought and Hamilton's goal of an 8th crown could merge in Maranello for a single purpose in 2026. For the strategy desk, the data is clear. Ferrari has presented Hamilton with one of the most refined and ready cars of his career. Do you think Hamilton can win history's greatest title with Ferrari at 41? What will be the technical response from Mercedes and Red Bull to this red storm? Let's discuss this war in the comments. I will examine every single piece of data. Your views are invaluable for understanding the 2026 power balance. As the F1 Perspective team, we'll continue to stay deep inside the paddock, bringing you the sharpest insights, exclusive updates, and the most detailed technical analysis from the world of Formula One. We'll keep chasing every story, every upgrade, and every hidden detail on and off the track. See you in the next breakdown, and until then, safe pit exits.